afternoon, Minecrafters. This is May 11th, 2026. I'm the Big Red 1967, and it is completely flippin' dark. What is going on? Hope everyone's having a good Monday. Welcome aboard, guys. Wonder if you saw my post about needing a bigger boat, but I'm gonna try to make this machine bigger. Um, Now here's the thing. I didn't go far enough with this machine. I need to go to another 100 blocks that way. And I'm trying to remember how I did this before. It worked um, last Friday or no, last Wednesday. Last Wednesday it worked. I was able to pull this thing back, and I think it didn't work the second time because I didn't have these two things connected. But I think it's going to work this time because now now they are connected. Hermia approves. Let me. I need to get a sticky piston. And let me make sure there's no lava in these things. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. After I get this reset, then I will put everything back. So I hope everyone's having a great day today. Hope you had a great weekend, a great Mother's Day. Um, Everything on my side was pretty good. Can't complain. I unfortunately couldn't go to the Comic Con over the weekend, but I'm getting I'm getting older. I love Comic Cons and stuff. It's just I used to have so much energy. I used to really like doing stuff. And it's just I don't know. The older I'm getting, I'm content. I'm content of what I'm doing. You know. But it's nice. It's really nice to if you get a chance, air yourself, get out and check out these conventions and stuff, comic book conventions and stuff. It's phenomenal. I really highly recommend doing them. At least do it once. At least do it once so you can experience it. It's really cool. Meet a lot of different people interested in the same thing. It's really nice. All right, I need to get a sticky piston. Did I have a sticky piston in there? Probably gonna have to keep that button too. So what I'm planning on doing is once I get this thing doing what it's supposed to do, I am going to take it all apart, find out exactly all the contents of this machine, and then get enough to make two more of these machines and have all three going at the same time. If you don't think that's incredible, I certainly do. So we will be doing that hopefully today. Hopefully, I have a lot of high hopes that this is going to turn out very well today. I guess I'm going to need fireworks soon too. All right, so what I got to do, put the sticky piston facing this way and have it pull this stuff back. Um, let's see, this should be attached right. Okay. What I should do. No! How you like that? How do you like that? That's some fast thinking right there, buddy. Um, what I'm thinking, and just for those watching this in the future, just turn on captions if my microphone isn't picking up my voice loud enough. I apologize. I don't know how to work this thing where I can get it close enough to my orifice. All right, where am I here? Did I pick up? Yeah, I did. Okay. Here, stick the sticky piston this away. It should take this thing. If not, I'll have to use the slime block instead of that thing, the observer. Okay, so if I do this, it should pull everything back. Of course not. Of course not. All right. Please don't fall. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. It has to go that way, you know? It just has to. All right. Try not to fall. Gotta put that back. I gotta get back on top somehow. This was the issue I ran into last Wednesday with my nether machine. It went out of sync, and it worked the first time. I just don't remember. I should review the video and see how I did it. Okay. See if I can. There we go. Of course not. I really wish I remembered how I did it the first time. What's causing this not to be able to be pulled? Might be the stones, the yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna say asphalt. The basalt maybe is in here. Yeah. Let me see if I remove that. Take all these out. And take that out. I'll take, I'll just do all of them. Now, shouldn't be stuck to anything. It should pull. It's the suspense that kills me. Oop, I almost had him. No. Hmm. I don't know how I did it the first time. I really, really don't. It should be able to pull it back. I don't see why it's not. Maybe if I disconnect this. Because it's not touching anything out here. There we go. Ha ha. I like those apples. But that is so weird because, see, I was thinking the reason why last Wednesday, the second time I wasn't able to pull it back because it wasn't connected to that thing. I don't know. I guess you just got to go with the flow, man. All right, we're back in. I just have to go another 100 blocks out. And, oh, wait a minute. This is not in sync. What the heck? No, it didn't work. What the heck? What happened? It pulled this back. It pulled this back. Huh. Interesting. Because these are, this is the way it's supposed to be set like that. Yeah, it's still not set back. I guess it just moved like just this row. I think it just moved that row. I'm really confused. Because if I pull this any further back, or maybe no, this is right. This is so weird. I'm trying to avoid having to take this all apart. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Because I need to go another, at least one more, like 100 blocks, and then this row's finished, and then I can go get the materials for the next couple machines. But I'm just that don't make sense. I had this thing just pulled. It just pulled backwards. Does it? It don't make sense. It really doesn't. Well, the only thing I can do is just don't make sense. Just pull this. I'll just take these apart and put it back by hand, I guess. But the thing is, like, I just can't. This should be all lined up. This should be lined up with this, and it's pulled something back. And the only thing I can think of is just it pulled this row back. I think it just pulled this row. Well, I wonder if I can take another sticky piston, pull that back. I guess. See what happens. It's got. Yeah, I should be able to pull that because that. Let's see. I need that button. So yeah, I think that's what happened. It pulled. It just pulled this. Oh, something. Maybe it wasn't attached to that slime block or something. I don't know. Grab another sticky piston. Oh, I don't have another sticky piston. Shoot. I'm trying to get better at this to avoid having to rebuild everything all the time. Just gonna save time instead of trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Just fix it. All right, as soon as I get this thing running, guys, we'll start gathering up the enough gear to do another couple of machines. So just bear with me. We'll get this thing running. All right, guys, we're going to go to, if you look on my upper left-hand corner of my screen, it says position negative 544, 97, 1026. That 1026 has got to get up to 1105. Then I'm going to stop it. Then I need to collect all this stuff, break it all apart, collect it all, figure out how much, like what's the inventory of all this stuff, and then get enough for two more machines. And then I'm going to have three machines side by side activated at the same time. Instead of getting 6 rows of basalt, I'm shooting for 18 at a shot. So that is my goal for today. I don't know if I'm going to get to there, but at least we're doing something, right? So, if I'm not mistaken, um, I have another row of basalt like this all the way out over there over top of the island, and it goes out to 1105. Then I got to fill all this area in from here all the way over. I got to fill all that in with this basalt. Same thing on the other side, and we should have an island. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. So I'm trying to find a good map of the North Pole City from Polar Express on Google. And I found out from the art of the Polar Express, you can buy the book on Amazon. Guess who is one of the main production artists for the Polar Express? Doug Chang, the guy who was the main artist for Lucasfilm since the late 90s. Doug Chang. And Doug Chang, in the art of the Polar Express, he shows where he got all the ideas, his reference ideas for this for building the city. And one of the so the North Pole City itself. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see here, just bear with me for a second. So if you Google this, I'll read it to you from the AI in Google. It says production designer Doug Chang used the historic Pullman Company, Pullman, Pullman Company town on the south side of Chicago as a primary inspiration for the look of the North Pole in the Polar Express. The 19th century industrial town, designed for railroad car workers, helped establish the community experience theme for the film's North Pole. Pullman neighborhood. The neighborhood is located 13 miles south of downtown Chicago. This model town was built by George M. Pullman between 1880 and 1884. The design influence. The town provided a historical precedent for the interconnected factory center community needed for the film's North Pole City concept. The model train connection. The Pullman National Historical Park offers features. It often features events that highlight the history, such as the model train experience. So by all of this, Doug Chang had used that as a main reference for the city of the North Pole. And George Pullman, who developed the idea for the city in Chicago, was back in the 1800s. That is what's called the Industrial Revolution. That's when manual labor went into automated machines, kind of like what we're going through now with AI. And he made this town. George Pullman made this town in South Chicago that it's basically all that's what you see in the North Pole City is in that Chicago town. It's that brick city that people could live. The workers could live in that city, get up and go to work right in the same area. It's all in the same little vicinity, just like the elves in in the movie. So it's really neat, and it has that kind of feel to it. If you look at it, I grew up in the '70s in southern New Jersey, across the river from Philadelphia, and those areas are they stem from the 1800s, and you can have that. You understand what that feeling was back then of how cities were so like. That's why most times people would work in the cities and then live in these suburbs outside of the cities, or in the very beginning, people lived in. Oh, I just went past 1105. They lived within the cities. All right, let's see if I can hop down here and put in the. Nope. I got a runaway train. See if I can get back up there. I knew I was gonna miss that. See if I can. Almost. Almost. Darn it. I got a runaway train. I'm on down to 2 rockets. Darn it. Ah, I can't believe it. Son of a gun. Well, it's going to stop when it hits this obsidian there. There we go. All right. And luckily, the lava's all back in its place. Now what I got to do is try to set up something that I can capture all the stuff that I'm dropping. Well, that's a flat. Yeah, that's a flat section down there. So I should be able to get all my stuff back. But yeah, Doug Chang. Doug Chang was the artist, one of the artists for, or one of the main artists for the Polar Express. I find that really exciting. Um, Now here's the other issue. See if I can walk the plank all the way back. I only have like one rocket left, and there we go. Yeah, I can probably get our friend uh, Hermie to bring me back over here. But you can see the island. So I was looking at the map, and it's a circular island. The North Pole City is a circular island, and but Doug was able to incorporate a lot that he saw from the Chicago city into this animated city. See if I can fill that section in. I hear Hermie. Darn it, really? Oh, there we go. I know I had extra. All right, put all this stuff back. I gotta collect all this stuff and try to get the same amount of stuff back. The only thing, well, yeah, we'll be okay. See, this is extra. Before I do that, this way I'll give you guys an idea what how this is shaping up. Let me get an aerial view of this place. Only thing of it is my Xbox doesn't really render this thing in fast enough. But okay, so this is going to be like I guess the end perimeter of the city. That what we just laid down. There's the center of the city with the tree. The tree is actually the North Pole. That tall Christmas tree is supposed to be the actual North Pole. Then we got to do a section of asphalt that goes from that end all the way over to this other section. And hopefully it'll render in so you can see it. And this is only one half of the entire city because there's going to be another section on the other side of that tree platform. And it's not rendering in fast enough. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. So we have that section there. It's got to connect to the end of this section over here. So underneath me, from behind me to over there, it's got to be all filled in below me. And the same thing on the other side of the tree. Same square. It's got to be on the other side of that tree. I might go on the other side of that platform too, add a little bit more, but we'll see. Um, but at least it gives me something to build on once it's done. So what we're going to do, and I don't know if you can see the train. Let me see if I can go over here. You can see the train, the actual Polar Express. I'm going to keep the island. So underneath the platform, I'm going to put blue terracotta under the platform for the ceiling. So it looks like there's a sky above the island. But I think you can see the train. There it be. It's got the engine in front, the coal car, and then one passenger car. I need to get it like two more passenger cars to make that look proper. And I believe the platform still goes up beyond that train. Let me see if I can go out here. Actually, I think that's the end right there. Okay. Um, I just have to feel it out, I guess. I need to put another platform on the other side of this thing because it looks kind of stubby. But we'll get to it as time permits. If I can get up to three of these machines running at the same time, I'll put a serious dent in getting this platform finished. All those little green blocks you're seeing down there, it's not slime, it's sugar cane. Last week I was looking at that, I'm like, is that slime? Slime blocks? I'm going to try to fill the whole city with villagers if I can. I think that's going to be really cool. So, like I said, I'm going to take that machine apart. Back at the main base, I have World Spawn. I have a slime farm there. I have a slime farm at the Mega Iron Farm. I have a slime farm. If I need more slime, I have a honey farm. I think both at the Sunken Monument and my World Spawn. If I need more honey blocks. Um, other than that, I got everything I need. I think it's just the honey and slime blocks is what is the issue. But once I take this machine apart, I'll know exactly what I need for each machine. So we'll see. So give me a few minutes. Let me start breaking this thing apart, and then we'll continue. All right, guys. So I got all the material back. I'm gonna go to World Spawn first and see if I have all the material I need there. If I don't, then we can go to the Mega Iron Farm in this world and the Sunken Monument as well. So, and also I'm gonna check. I have a little bit of storage over here as well, and try to see if I have any material over here. But I'm really getting a kick out of this. This is awesome. I finally got this machine. Got all the kinks out. I think I got it in my noggin how this thing is set up. I had a little issue last Wednesday trying to get the Nether bridge thing working, but the problem with that was um, I had it inside this cave, and parts of it was connecting to the cave. So when I started it up, it was still sticking to the inside of the cave, so it broke. So hopefully this Wednesday coming up, we'll have it running, and you'll see it go across the lake of lava, and I can actually start making maybe like a nether base connecting the different nether fortresses. And last Friday, in my hardcore world, we were exploring the nether fortress plus getting material for a fishery or a fish farm that I'm connecting to the Mega Iron Farm in my hardcore world. If you want to see all those videos, go over to my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel the same name, the Big Red 1967, and you can catch all that stuff, all my past videos there. Drop a like, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I'll be darned, I did put a extension out here. Yeah, I thought I did. Let me get off this guy for real quick. I'm gonna try to see if I have enough basalt to fill this in. Oh, I thought that was basalt. It's cobblestone. Are you kidding me? Oh no, there's basalt. Try to fill this as much as of this in as I can. I don't think I have enough, but oh well. It is what it is. Uh, and I think I have stored. Let me see if I can grab Hermie. Go to the storage area real quick. Did he just take off? Oh, there he is. I'm going to try to keep this island intact and keep working with it once the city's built. I need to keep adding leaves to the trees so I can make it to the top. My tree farm has tons of leaves, and every time I use the tree farm, I try to keep collecting leaves as I go. This area down here, I didn't know how big of the island I was going to make, so this is what I'm trying to shoot for on the outskirts of this platform, is try to taper it upwards. Might have to have drop this guy off because I don't think he's going to be able to fit all the way inside here. The reason for the brick platform is I didn't realize originally that the city streets were gray and not brick. The buildings are brick, but the streets are gray. Okay, I'm going to drop him off so he doesn't get stuck in here. And I'm going to see how much material I have here before I go looking for more. Okay, there's honey. That's a good thing. I got lava. There's the more leaves I was talking about. Okay, there's a couple more. Is that dispensers? No, it's droppers. I need dispensers. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, you know what? Let's go up top. Is Hermie still here? My man, dude, you're awesome. All right, let's go. I have a couple of more shulkers I can look into before I leave. and then I know what I got. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So we are in World Spawn. This area here is World Spawn. This is where I first came into this world. Was right here. You see that bridge over there? Of course, the flying basalt machine built that bridge the very first time I used it in this world. But right where the sugar cane is, right over there, is where I first spawned into this world. So that hillside, I had to dig into the hill and made a little cave. If you go to episode 1, which is like 700 videos ago, you'll see the first time I came into this world and how I survived. That's the Fletcher house over there. Tavern is right there. Flying ship, uh, steampunk flying ship is up there with a creeper farm. And Honor Hall is there. That's the shepherd's house. This is the cleric's house or tower. And underneath is storage. So we're going to go down in storage, see if I have the materials I need. If not, I should check these as well before I go any further. Put the extra stuff here. And let's check these, see what's in these things. This is by Silent Whisperer. It's a shulker unloader. So when it unloads all the items from the shulker, this piston will break it, and then the empty shulker goes into a separate chest. And as you can tell, this machine is backed up. Just like my colon. Okay, let me just leave this here. I'll just pull this stuff out and see what's in it. Oh, that's empty. Might want to take that because depending on how much materials we're gathering up. Okay, I got tons of ice where I'm at. I don't need that. I do need the slime and the honey. So all this is empty, right? Yeah. I'll take all of these, put them back in here. Hello, sir. That has to be unloaded once the system is empty. That guy, that noise you're hearing is my friend Jarvis, the copper golem. He is in the process of untangling my overflow. Right, Jarvis? Hello, Jarvis. He was created in October 1st, 2025. So he's going, all of the overflow is going into his copper chest, and then he's taking these items out and putting them in order somehow out here. And what I need to do is check all of this stuff to see if there's any honey or slime blocks or dispensers. The bows I might need because if I'm going to make more dispensers, you need bows for dispensers. That's the only difference between a dropper and a dispenser are bows. And the reason there's so much stuff in here is every time I did when I first created this world, every time I did a project, just like we're doing now, I have extra stuff, and I just dumped it off into the storage, never to come back and organize it. Now, since Mojang had created copper golems, we can sort stuff now. Well, I mean, you could sort stuff before by making an auto sorter. But I have one here, but this is like all this overflow. What happens, like, you have items to sort, but I have so many various other things. They need their own chests, and I haven't, I haven't bothered doing that. That's why there's so much extra. I need to take one day, one stream, and actually set up extra chests for all these other items that are not stored. That doesn't go in with the other storage area. Different stuff, I should say. All the stuff that's not doesn't have their own chest. But my friend Jarvis is doing a fine job. He's doing a Fine, fine job, sir. Because now I can find this stuff easier. Yep. So I'm gonna have to gather up honey and slime blocks. I knew that was gonna be a thing today. Let me just check these chests up here real quick before I go. These are all non-stackable stuff that's you can't stack. Our friends the Allays sort that. Jarvis, since that they were before Jarvis, now Jarvis can do that instead of the Allays. Yeah, this is all. Do I have rockets? No. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah. Okay. On the way out, we can stop, go through the tavern, so you can see. You guys can see the tavern. I have a little bit of a lava farm here. I have a jukebox for the tavern. The tavern's not finished. That needs to be finished. There's supposed to be a fishing village underneath here that I gotta start working on. That pinging noise you're hearing is note block that I think is part of one of my machines down below in Ironforge. I think it is. I don't think it's this machine. Nope, it's down. Where is that coming from? That's bizarre. That must be from down below. Because I don't have a note block up here. Here's the tavern. This is supposed to be the kitchen area. And up here's the dining area. So I got tables and stuff and decorate this place. So the villagers can come in here and sit and eat and do whatever. I have lava chicken cooker right over here. So when they become adults, the lava's supposed to hit them. But something's weird. That's not working. Interesting. That's really weird. Huh. There's no lava in there. Are you serious? Well, I do have a lot of whatchamacallit, I have enough chicken down here, but yeah, there's lag in this area, so yeah, there's the chicken, and this is the feathers. Now you can trade with the villagers with the feathers and stuff like the Fletchers, or you can use it to make arrows, whatever you need. Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's lava in this. Wait a minute. Something. Oh, it's working. Okay. So it only does that to the adults. The chicks are not harmed. It's just the adults. All right, let's throw a bed down real quick. And that's for like when I'm playing in normal survival, you need food. And I had made this before I did the fishery or the fish farm. Like I said, there's lag here, so moving on, moving on. Eventually, I have this set up where the villagers can walk around. Look at all the foxes going after the chickens. They'll be able to walk around, have more access than they do right now. I'm gonna try to make another bridge over there too. And this is the honor hall for all the people that subscribe and um, follow me on Twitch and YouTube. And I got, you know what? since I'm here and I have extra time, let's do this today. Let me see. All right. Trying to see here. Let me see where we left off with the. This is of course V Davy 2015 and Rejected Penny, one of the fine subscribers to the channel. But for the most part, you get if I see your name listed for Twitch or YouTube, I'll get you a statue with your name on it, like Live It Scroll 99 Gaming, Best Friend 11, Peco 1244. I think this might be the last. Wait a minute. I think over here must be the last. So we have 6-year Makaku, Snow Sparkle. Yeah, I think these are the last. These are the last players. So I need to give Cozy. Did I give Cozy? Cosmo. Yeah, I think I'm missing. Wow. Harley Scarlet, Cozy. I don't. There's Call of Duty Black Ops 32. He always stops in. Trying to see where I left off. Bet you any amount of money is up here. Hold on. There's Harley. Harley was the last one. Wow. So Cozy, 1000 AZ, Sean, Kevin. Sean, Kevin, all you guys. I need to get you guys statues. Also on Twitch. I'm trying to see where the last guy. Wow. Oh my God. I am so behind. I am so behind. Oh Lord. Let me see. Um, Hopefully the follower list on Twitch is in order. I'm hoping. It looks like it is. Yeah, it is. Because 6-year Makagu. Let's do this again. There's Harley Astrid. Where was 6? Oh, he was on the other side. 6-year Snowy Sparkle. 6-year. There's Snowy Sparkle. Dave Plays. There's Dave Plays. Josie Bones. Hmm. Jubo and Sanjay. I think you guys are new. Jubo, Sanjay. Yeah, Jubo, Sanjay. Where? Yeah, okay, there's Snowy Sparkle. Jubo, Sanjay, Wildy Coyote, King, Mus, and Lion. Alright, we're going to start with Jubo and go from there. I'll try getting you guys at it today. I'm so sorry for not doing it last time. Whoever's here, welcome aboard. I'm the Big Red 1967. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is Main World Monday. Wednesday is my 2019 World, and Friday's Hardcore. What I'm doing here is I'm adding statues in of people that are followers on my YouTube subscribers and Twitch followers, which is free. Um, wow. Finally. I built this way back in 2023. Um, Let me take out this stuff and I'll put a section in here, I guess, and then I'm going to have to go from there. I don't know. Let me get rid of this extra stuff that I'm holding for right now, so I have room. I used to have a nether portal in here, but since I have an allay in the library, if you have an allay near a nether portal and you go through it, um, the allay will follow you through the portal. So I'm going to have to move this portal out there, I think. Reason why I'm over here today is I know if you saw my Twitch saying or Twitter saying get a bigger boat. I'm making a bigger basalt flying basalt generator instead of a 6 wide generator. I'm putting 2 more next to it, so I'm getting 18 blocks instead of 6. But um, I need the materials for it. That's why I'm back here. Try to gather up all the materials. And since I haven't been over here in a really long time, I have new followers that have been joining since then, and I haven't given them their statues. So I figured today, since I'm already over here, let's do that. Let's give these guys their stuff. And because, for whatever reason, my game it decides to lag in this area all the time, and I have no idea why, but it does. It might be because of that jukebox, but I like the jukebox. I'm playing on Xbox One, so it's an older machine. Okay, it didn't mean for that to happen. Like I said, I'm going to probably put this portal outside. I kind of like the farm out there, but I don't know. Just have to go with the flow, man. Okay, I'm going to put this temporarily over here. I don't think there's anything in here. Okay. Never thought it'd be the day I'd be. This whole place is filled up. It's so cool. I was trying to put these candles here like Hogwarts, have them hovering like that. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but eventually that's the idea. And then they have a library underneath here. I can show you that. Oops, what's going on? So down here, because of the lag. So this is a library down here, and I'll probably bring the statues down here. Once that up there fills up, I'll be putting statues down here somehow, putting them outside, anywhere, unless I make a real gigantic. But see, I'm going to be doing iron forged and stuff down below, so I may be putting the statues down there too as well. Okay, so who's the first guy? I need Jubo 2, Jubo 2, Jubo 2. Right, I need this. Where I'm putting you guys in, I don't know. How am I doing this? Sideways, like I could do it to tip it to the end. Hmm. Yeah, I guess that leave that open. Go like this, and then I guess like this. I don't know if. Yeah, see, I don't think the sign. You can put a sign next to that like that. Oh, I can do this. I'll do this. I'll do it this way. That should work. I think that's how I did it over there, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's get a couple of signs. Wow. I guess I'm gonna have to get some wood. Let me throw these things in there. I don't need one of those. All I really need is like one tree, I think. Let me go down to my tree farm, get a couple of blocks. Do I need iron? That's the question too. Do I need iron? No, I think I might be okay. So this is the library, the flying ship, the steampunk flying ship has a creeper farm, and I have a fish farm, a fishing farm inside there. So when I'm waiting for the creepers, I fish, and then all the enchanted books come down here and fill up the library shelves. I need to dig all of this out for the library, and it goes all the way down into the Iron Forge. If you ever played World of Warcraft, the Dwarven City inside the mountain, this is it. Iron Forge. Needs a lot of work, don't you think? A lot more work. A lot more work. But it's getting there. I'm going to make vaulted ceilings. I wasn't sure if I was going to do vaulted, but I am going to do vaulted ceilings. In other words, think of an arch, but it's going to go up into the ceiling. So that's not today, though. That is definitely not today. We're going down into the wood farm. So let me find a good proper pathway down. Underneath here is a super smelter. So this way, if you have lots of items to smelt, it has like 64 furnaces in here. I have a dripstone farm. I have a snow farm. If you go on my YouTube channel, go back to 2023, and you'll see a lot of these farms that I built on those past videos or past streams. Here's the tree farm. This tree farm is by Silent Whisperer, Wisperer. You can find his videos as well on YouTube. I do a lot of his tutorials. Oh, there's honey. I think I'm going to take that because it's not needed for down here. Oh, and slime. Oh, wow. Okay, that was not planned, honestly. This was not planned. Wow, that's awesome. That's flipping awesome. Is that soul sand and stuff too? I need this soil. Man, I am rocking it down here. Holy mackerel. I bet you any amount of money, I must have left a lot of the stuff here before. I do need saplings for the tree, though, if I'm going to make trees. I don't think I have any saplings. Okay, there's bone meal. I used to keep item signs with the saplings on it, but I think I took them off. I need saplings in order to make the trees. You would think I got the cherry, but see, you can't do a cherry tree inside here because they don't go straight up. Do I have any other tree? Oh, you know what I can do? I can break these leaves. They might give me saplings. Let's see. Do I have a magic hoe? Of course I don't. Yeah, haha. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. All I need is like one. These are all the leaves for the Christmas tree. That's why I'm saving it. North Pole City Christmas tree. So what you do, take the sapling, put it in here, turn on this, get another sapling, pop it in, and there you go. Now, um, pistons, you can only push 12 blocks at a time, and then the pistons will get stuck. So when it stops like this, oh, it's still running. Hold on, let me see. As long as this can keep pushing trunks out of here, which usually when you hit 12 or 13 trunks, is when it stops. I have a blast chamber, but it needs to be filled with TNT. And it's empty. Oh, I think I'm out of bone meal. Yeah, I have a skeleton farm here too, but I just need a few trees. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on the uh, flying basalt generator today if I can, but I haven't had a chance to give these really nice people their statues. So I wanted to do that today since we are here. And guess what? I'm out of inventory space, and I don't have a what the heck you call those things? Bundles. I don't have a bundle on. Is that a tree? Is that a sapling? Looks like a sapling down here. Yes. There we go. I definitely want to, in the future, want to work with some type of like structure down here as well, like to connect to the iron forge. I thought that would be really cool. So I'll show you the blast chamber when we get further back here. So the idea is these trunks get pushed in a row back here. Oh, interesting. You get pushed in a row back here, and once it reaches here, there's an observer, I think like right there, that will set these pistons off, and then the trunks get pushed into the chamber, and then up there is a dispenser with TNT, and it drops down every time a tree gets pushed in. The dispenser drops the TNT down on top of it and blows up the tree. Then the tree pieces go into the water, which go into a chest down there. Really cool system. I don't need all of these trunks, so let me just gather up the oak. If I need more, I know where to come. All of my armor and tools and weapons all have mending on it. So what happens is, once they start getting worn down, like the elytra, I go to a experience farm, which basically, oops, okay, that's weird. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. Okay, let me see. I'll put this bed here, and I'll put that trunk here. Um, so you get an experience farm, usually with a spawn cage or whatever, and when you eliminate the mobs, you'll get the experience points or those green balls, and having the mending enchant, each one of those balls will basically mend all of your equipment if you have mending on your gear. And at the iron farm that I have a trading village, and one of the librarians in the trading village trades the mending books. Alright, I'm getting lost in my train of thought. Right, we're doing the statues. So I have a bubble elevator to make it quicker to get up here. Here's the library. I needed to really, really work on all this stuff. It looks horrible. You know, it's like, I don't know if I have ADHD or not, but it's like, I never like, I start a project, and then another idea pops in. Instead of me finishing the first one I started, I go on to the next idea. So a lot of this stuff doesn't get finished properly. Alright, I need to get some signs for these statues. Let me this stuff that I found in here. I think this is the extra stuff. So I'll put it in here. Because the other... Darn it. Okay, this... Yeah, this one is the exact contents of what I need for another machine. I think I have what I need, really. Pretty much. I just need 6 more dispensers. I got plenty of observer. Oh, wow, the machine takes 28 observers. I didn't realize it was that much. Wow. Do I have more observers? I only have 6. Something's telling me this is... I think the 28 is the extra stuff. I think that's just extra. No, 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 no. That's not true. That's not true. No, I think it might be 20. 28 might be the amount I need. I'm in peaceful mode right now because I don't want to deal with mobs while trying to get this stuff done. I don't have time for all that nonsense. All right, let's see. I need to turn that stuff into wood. I don't need the apple. I think I'll put that. Oh, you know what? That can't. Oh, I got slime in here too. I don't need that either. I got that probably when I was doing the cutting the trees. Wow, look at all that honey. Yeah, I think we got all the material we need. Throw the apple somewhere. I'll put it in here, I guess. Nice. That was a good find. That was totally unexpected. I didn't expect it to find that stuff there. Wood, 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 wood. Okay. Then I need to make. Why can't I make a sign? I need more. I got 64 sticks right there. Oh, I'm not using the crafting table. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm using my own recipe book. Okay, so let's grab maybe 12 signs, I guess, just to be... nine's good. I'm also going to need... throw the extra wood in here. We'll probably need some... No, I don't need any planks or slabs. I'm going to need this and this. I'll be darned. There's my saplings. All right. We're going to have it come out like this. So we'll start here. This is going to be Jubo 23. Jubo 23. Try to get this thing centered. Is that, yeah, looks right. Okay. Then, well, I'll do all these first, and then I'll put the ink in. Sanjay, 1503. And again, thank you all so much for joining. It's free. But by doing this, you're telling Twitch and YouTube that I'm a half decent channel. Something to consider for a partnership, possibly. Is that right, Sanjay? I think, yeah, that's right. Okay. Here we go. And then this is going to be Wildy Coyote. Wildy Coyote. Super genius. Uh, yeah, there's going to be a Wildy Coyote movie coming up soon. Check that out on YouTube. Check out the trailer. Looney Tunes, baby. That's one of my favorite cartoon animation companies next to Hanna-Barbera, Disney, Pixar, all the greats. Wildy Coyote. Yep. Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, man, loved that cartoon. Like I would watch that in the morning before I went to school, man. A lot of that stuff is reruns from the 1950s and 40s and 30s movie theaters. So back in the day, um, in movie theaters, like you would have maybe a couple of shows. Like this is before TV, so you would have a couple of shows, couple of movies at like in one showing. So they would have intermission. They would have a beginning of one movie, intermission, beginning of the next movie, and you might have some stuff at the end after the next movie. So they would put these cartoons in there to so people could watch something in between. And eventually, they were on. They put them on TV eventually, and especially for kids, you know, with cartoon shows, kids would have like after school stuff, or they would have it in the morning before they went to school, uh, and on weekends. So they would play all those cartoons that our grandparents or great grandparents watched in the movie theaters. We would watch it on reruns on Saturday mornings or during a week after and before school. It's kind of neat, and you get to see what original animation used to be like. Because stuff today is all like computer generated. Well, back then they did all those animation by hand. It's pretty cool. And if you go on YouTube, look up how to animate 2D animation. Look it up on YouTube, and you'll see how they did it back in. Actually, if you go to YouTube, look up how Disney animated, and they used this camera on top of like they would position the camera going down and then they would have the sketch facing up, and then they would take a snapshot, and then they would do a series of these snapshots, and eventually you had an animated film. And when you had all this all the snapshots going in series, it would cause the snapshots to be animated, which is really fascinating. Today it's all done digitally, but even though it's digital today, it's still set up, designed like they would back in the day, back in the 40s. Okay, this is everybody on Twitch. So let me just check YouTube real quick. I don't think we might have time to do what I'm planning on doing today. Okay, I think Harley's already done. It's over here, I think. Oh no, Harley's on top. There's Harley. Okay, so Cozy 1000. Cozy 1000. Let me just double check. Somehow I really feel like I've done those names before. Cozy 1000. Yeah, I don't see it. It has to be on these lower levels here. Cozy 1007. That's Cosmo. Cozy. Hmm. Cozy. Nope. Nope. I didn't do it. Let me check this here real quick. Nope. Okay. Do I have... Let me throw this stuff in here. I need to make some more signs too. I'll throw that in there. Grab that. I got enough signs in me. Oh, I need the podiums. How do I do it? Yeah. this is going to be uh, cozy. And again, I'm really I try to stay on top of this to make every sure as soon as somebody subscribes that I keep on top of this. But I was so involved with that flying machine, I just didn't have time. So I'm trying to catch up today while I can, while I'm getting the supplies, the inventory. 1,000 AZ Center. And who else? Sean, Kevin, Bradley. That's a big name, Sean. Let's go see if I can do this. Sean, Kevin, Bradley. Yeah, there you go. I'd like to get that down. Oops. I'd like to get. Okay, hold on. There we go. Get it down one more space down. Now we're talking. All right. And let's see if I can get the ink in there. I have to go get more ink, I think. Methinks. The reason why it's in yellow is because that's what was available to me when I first started doing this. So I just kept, and it's easy to get those type of yellow flowers. They were really all around this area when I first came in here. So you get like the glow squid ink, and it makes it shine and sparkle and stuff. I have a area where the glow squid swim around, so I'm gonna go down there and get some more. I guess I can go up this way. I got this idea for this place, this honor hall from Wattles, Wattles, on YouTube, and he used to end his streams in a library, and then on the book, on his lectern, he would have viewer comments, and he would do it at the end of his stream. But since I'm doing this live, um, I just don't have time to do it. He edits his streams, so that way, everything looks like it's all nice and scheduled and timed in. I'm doing all this stuff live. I need to start editing my videos. I have a conduit down here. That's why I can breathe. If you look on my right hand side of my screen, you'll see a little eye, and that's because I have a conduit. I just don't know exactly where the conduit is at, but it's in the vicinity. There it is. There's a conduit. So you have to get, um, what's that called? Heart of the Ocean. It's like a blue ball you get from sea chests, and then the actual conduit stuff. Well, that blue ball plus I think nautilus shell, and you combine those, and then you get the actual conduit, and then you have to place that a block above these blocks that you get from a sunken monument, which is like a giant temple under the ocean that's sunk. It's underwater. So I hate harming these little guys, but I need their ink. You can actually make a farm so that these guys could spawn inside your farm, and then you can gather their ink. I used to have one in Ironforge, but for whatever reason it stopped working. And this seemed like they always spawn right here, so I figured why not just do what I'm doing this. If I need like if I need more of these, then I'll just make a farm, but I only need a few. reason why the trident comes back, it's a has loyalty enchantment on it. If you can see on there, there's the enchantments: impaling 5, mending, and loyalty. That way the trident comes back if you throw it. I might need just a couple more if I can. Like to keep 6 at least. Okay, let's go back up. Finish those out, and I might have enough that I can start building these flying machines. Okay, now I'm lost. I am totally lost. Okay, that's not good. Came in and I saw that there. Well, you would think 0, 0, right? That's where my base is at, right? Somehow I don't think we're in the right spot, but that's okay. At least I get my bearings when I get up here. Alright, we're on the outside looking in. Let's go over here. There's the flying ship. The actual North Pole City is out that way. The ice biome is out there. Yeah, so this area down here is supposed to be the fishing village down along the side of the hill here, where all this framework is set up. Uh, one day, I don't know when, we'll come back and do the fishing huts inside here. I don't think I have a way to get down that way. I need to get up here anyway, because I got to finish you guys' statues. And I eventually, hopefully, will make an observatory, which would be really cool. Alright, let's grab a little shut-eye real quick and then finish this up. I might have enough time to get back to the North Pole City before the stream's over. I think Sean's the last guy to do there. Okay, there's. Oh, I need to do these quick. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. I just need to make your statues, and you'll be all this be set up for newer members. Put this in here. Bada bing, bada boom. I need the iron. Oh, you know something? I need to make armor stands. I need to make armor stands. So you need the smooth slabs. All right, guys. No, let me put this iron back in here. And let me see if I can move this over here so it's a little out of the way. So, once again, let's say hello to our newest members. Jubuto? Is it Jubato or Jubato? Yeah, Jubato 3, Sanjay 1503, Wily Coyote, King Mus, CFG, Lions, OZ, Cozy, 1000 AZ Center, and Sean Kevin Bradley. Everybody, thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart for being part of the Red Rider group. Thank you guys. You are proud members with the rest of the folks here. Thank you so very much. You guys are the best. We are definitely, I think you guys completed my, well, I need a couple over here, and then this area would be finally finished. I can't believe it. This started back in June of 2023, and this was the original little cave that I started in. If you go back to the first video I ever did on my YouTube channel, episode 1, you will back in June of 2023. I think it was June 7th, 2023, and you'll see me spawn in here, and this little hill was where I lived until I started getting all the inventory that I needed, and I decided to turn this into a honor hall, and below it's going to be the library. And that's because of Waddles. I was inspired by Waddles. You can tell with the checkered floor that he does. I love that floor. It's, that kind of like Romanesque type of thing. I always loved that. But oh, I need gunpowder before I go. Let me go get some rokechi so I can get around. I'm going to probably put the portal out here somehow. This farm was in front of my cave when I first started this world. I had a little cave like right there, and I had a little miniature farm, and that's what this stuff was. And the honey farm's right here. I have bees in here that produces honey. I haven't had it running in a while, so you can see all the honey pouring over the edges. But I'm going to probably put the portal like right in here somehow, and I'll just have to redesign this area. You want to keep the bee farm close to an area that you're always going to be. That way it's always running. If you're too far from it, you're outside of the chunk, it won't work. So, let me go get gunpowder. What's this stuff? I think that's all part of the farm. And since I had that shepherd's hut up here, I can guys give you a quick look. This down here is storage for the shepherd farm for the wool, all the wool and stuff, and the sniffer flowers. That all comes down here. And how this works, if you go on YouTube, look up auto shearers or auto wool farm, and you'll see how to use dispensers with shears. So when these guys, any sheep, get near these dispensers, whenever they eat grass, it triggers an observer, and it causes the shear to come out and shear these guys. When the wool falls down, I have frogs here too. When the wool falls down, there's a minecart underneath that picks up the wool. Now you know something I didn't hear that thing running, so I don't know if it. Oh, it is running. So any of the wool that falls down, it picks it up, drops it off, and it goes right into here. And you know something? Okay, just want to make sure I have enough. Yeah, I got plenty of space. Okie anytime the sniffer picks up seeds, it also picks up the seeds. And I really need to start using those seeds, start making like flower pots, all kinds of stuff. That's the one side of the game I really need to explore and get better at is decorating, like interior decorating, landscaping, decorating. I really need to get better at that or do more of it. I'm more into the engineering side of it than I am the aesthetics of it, you know. And I am an art. I think I'm an artist. I don't know. So this is the shepherd's hut. So it's kind of like an Asian design, Asian themed, using the cherry blossom tree wood. Honestly, I honestly don't remember which Minecrafter I got the idea for this build. It might have been off of Google. Like I did a search for a Asian style house, and then I just turned it into a shepherd's house. But I'm planning to keep building back here to make a regular farm, like an Asian community back here, and then have like another bridge all in the back. There's a village on that hillside over there, and I'm going to try to connect this side to that village, and then there's a mountain out there that has an ancient city uh, underneath of it. So I have a lot of ideas. It's just not enough time to do it all in. I'm getting like tons of ideas, but the schedule, like my schedule, doesn't have enough time to do all those ideas. And a lot of the ideas are huge. They're big ideas. This is what I was talking about with the cherry blossom trees. They grow instead of having a single trunk like a birch or oak or spruce. It goes like acacia. So it's kind of hard when you have a tree farm that grows that has pistons and stuff. You have to have it set up to handle the different different type of trunks. So since I don't have a lot of rockets, I'm gonna take the long way up. I should have put a bubble elevator in this thing, but that's the one thing I never did. That would make it go much faster. You can see the big shadow. I have ray tracing on this, but since I have Xbox One, the ray tracing it's interesting, but it's not great. Where it could be really fascinating. Just because Xbox One's older, it can. I'm shocked that it can even do a little bit of ray tracing. So I thought I was impressed with that. But I'm used to this type of environment. Maybe one day I'll get used because I started playing Minecraft like this, so I'm used to this type of animation. All these lightning rods, I had a brilliant, well, I thought I had a brilliant idea um, to create a charged creeper farm. So lightning would hit those rods. If I had any creepers in here, it would charge them. But you can't have a charged creeper farm above the clouds. You got to have it below the clouds. And I found out the hard way. I think I took gunpowder out of here already. Oh, I didn't. All right, I'm going to take this, and I think I have some extra rockets over here. I'm going to take those as well, and then and then we can head back to this ice biome where the North Pole City is at. I think these are just regular rockets, right? Yeah. All right, and at another time, I'll give you guys a good tour of this place. This steampunk flying ship is by Enigma Man on YouTube. Enigma Man, Enigma Man, and it's a really cool thing. He put like you can see the clock face I'm building on the side of it, but he had like copper chains and stuff on the deck on the upper part of the. Oh, I don't have a rocket out. I'm like, why am I falling? Hold on, don't fall. Hold on. On the upper part of the decks here, he had all this copper and chains. It looks really cool. And I need to finish that eventually one day. But the other village I was talking about is right out here. It's on the side of this mountain. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here. So this village was originally here when I first spawned in this world. And under this mountainside here, down below, underneath, on the very bottom of this mountain, is a ancient city. So I'm hoping to connect this village to this section by a bridge and have buildings going all the way across, kind of like a Tibetan type of style themed area over there. All right, let's. I don't want to put that portal in down below until I have an extra time to work with it, because if it doesn't work, I might have to fix that machine with the Elazat and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that today. I have a portal right here. Oh, guess what? So we have Evie says, "What you making, Red? Hello?" And she says, "Oh, and she's got a guest song." I do that all the time, Evie. Uh, Welcome aboard, Evie. I'm glad you're here. Evie's one of my followers on Twitch, and I'm streaming live for those watching this on YouTube in the future. So I'm streaming live on Twitch right now. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 Eastern. Usually at 1 Eastern. I try to be here at 1 Eastern, but a lot of times I'm not here till about 2 or 3. 2 or 3. What I'm doing today, Evie, is the North Pole City. If you notice my Twitter post or Discord post, I was talking about a bigger boat. So I've been using a flying machine by Bedrock Observer, and this flying machine or basalt generator, it's a flying basalt generator, um, lays down 6 blocks of basalt at a time. So what I'm trying to do was gather up more supplies to make 2 more machines. Then I'm going to have 3 machines going or operating simultaneously. So instead of having 6 blocks, I'm going to get 18 blocks. Evie says, Red is a good streamer, so come see him live on Twitch. Thanks, Evie. I appreciate it. And this is the North Pole City. I don't know if you have you ever been here. Did you ever see my streams, Evie, with this area? This is the my version of the Polar Express, the North Pole City, and that's the Polar Express right here. And the North Pole itself is the Great Christmas Tree. But this platform, and here's Hermie, if you remember the elf from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Um, this platform, I'm using this machine to create this platform, and then I'm going to build the brick buildings from the North Pole City on top of this platform. And all those leaves from the tree farm are going to have to be put into here to finish the tree. I'm going to build a machine down here, I think. Let's see what happens. So we left off last week extending this platform out that way. It actually, see, there's a mushroom island underneath. So this whole island has to be covered up with this platform. And then I'm going to build a city on top of the island. Underneath the platform, I'm going to put dyed blue terracotta to look like the sky. So that way, if you went to the island under the platform, it looks like there's a sky above it. But I'm not doing that today. Evie says, I remember you made a basalt generator, so I may have seen it back then, but not recently. Cool. Yeah, so, and if you come on Wednesdays, Evie, I'm using the same flying machine in the nether to make a bridge going across the lake of lava, which makes a roof at the same time. That's on my Wednesday streams. Monday is this world, Wednesday is my 2019 world, and Friday is my hardcore world. Okay, I might have to break some blocks here. Okay, let me put these down real quick. Oh, I needed more lava. That's okay. I'll just be impressed if I get this machine up and running today. All right. Yeah, it's not. I'll go to the end of this, I suppose. I don't know if I have any more salt though. Nope. Nope. It's okay. I'm gonna put it right here on the end. So I'm gonna need my boy Hermie to get me underneath it so I can lay the soul soil. And it has to be soul soil to make the uh, ice. Geez, the basalt. I'm sorry. So what it is it's a combination of blue ice and soul soil, and when the lava hits the two, it creates the basalt. I should have grabbed Hermie before I came down here. Sorry. All right, I got rockets. I know. Let's go. Oh, how's my? Yeah, my electric's surviving. Okay. Where is her? There he is. Come around. Boom. My man. All right, dude. So if you can see, let me go up here. You can get a better view too. You can see the platform going out that way. So this entire island is going to be covered with this platform all the way around, like a circular. Well, it's going to be square, but I'm going to make it look circular when I'm done. And then all the brick buildings will go on top. I was just mentioning. Oh, Evie says. She says that's clever. She says he's the guest. Wasn't sure who you were talking about for a minute. Yeah, this is Hermie from. If you remember Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the animatronic, or not animatronic, what's that type of animation called? Stop motion animation. They had an elf on there called Hermie, so I named this ghast after Hermie to keep up with the North Pole themage. See if I can go this way, you get a better view. Yeah. So hopefully, I'm going to be using. So up until now, I've been using one machine that does 6 blocks. And if I add 2 more machines, we'll get 18. So every time I do a stream on a Monday, we can get a wider swath done, and I can start building these buildings for next Christmas. I'm hoping to populate the entire city with villagers. Now, I was mentioning earlier in my stream that I didn't realize this, but if you get the book, The Art of the Polar Express, I found out that one of the production artists was Doug Chang, who is from Lucasfilms, or yeah, Lucasfilms. And he did all the art for Star Wars from the end of the 90s until now, and he did some of the artwork for Polar Express. He based a lot of the city from the North Pole City on an actual town or city in Chicago, south of Chicago, built by George Pullman. And the city was an industrialized factory city. So what you see in the North Pole City is the actual city that's in southwest Chicago called Pullman Town or something like that. And the idea back in the 1800s was you kept your workers living in the same area of the factories. And that's how Doug Chang got the idea to build the North Pole City. Oh, you know I needed him. Son of a gun. Where did he go? Where, bud? I have to go underneath. How you do this is you got to sandwich the soul sand and the ice underneath here. I might have to break all this stuff. This was from an earlier time of me using this machine. Those blocks down there. And those blocks right there. Before there was the fine happy gas to help us, I had to use those blocks to go underneath. So what you do is you put the soul sand like that. Okay, how many was that? One, two, three, four, five, six. There we go. I think I'll go one machine at a time, so this way I keep it straight in my head. And there we go. Pop off. And put the blue ice on top. Oh, I gotta get the materials. Evie says, "Yeah, such a beautiful sunset." She says, "I didn't know that at all. Yeah, I didn't know about Doug Chang either. It was so weird because every once in a while I want to get more inspired with the city and how to do it. So I was looking up the map for this city from the movie, and then I came across the art of the North Pole City, or excuse me, the art of the Polar Express, and it mentioned Doug Chang. I was like, holy moly! And it showed all the reference pictures he used. I was like, that's fantastic, man. All right, so I got to go out from the soul soil, and this has to be blue ice. It has to be blue ice. That packed ice, I can combine it to make blue ice. All right, I need the honey and I need the slime. Let's go like this. Now I can get on the platform. There we go. And it goes out by threes, connecting to the actual soul soil. Now this is going to probably take me about like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to build, but I might not have enough time to do all three. And I don't want, oh, this is wrong. I don't want this running by itself. I want it running with the other machine. So I'll have to just do what I can as I can. Hermie knows. Um, and again, if you want to see how to build this machine, if I don't have time today to build it, or if you don't want to watch my other videos, it's this was done by Bedrock Observer. Bedrock Observer on YouTube. He's a Minecrafter on YouTube. Bedrock Observer, and you can actually watch him build this faster than I'm doing it. He edited his video, so you can see how he did it. Let's see. Okay, I think I got to put the honey and slime on top here. Like that. Then I need pistons on the back of this. What I should do is put this glass in here so that then I can access this thing, this platform. I might have to remove this stuff once I add the other machines. I might have to remove this stuff. So what you know, if you're running this machine by itself, you need like a railing on the outsides so the lava stays inside of the machine. Since there's honey here, I'm going to use honey. And then what you do is you take the glass and then you put it like this. If you're only doing one machine, so when I start making the other two machines, they're going to be right next to this machine. So I'm going to take the railings, well, the inside railings off. Evie says the sound of placing honey is so squishy. It's really. I know. Minecraft is definitely ASMR for sure, man. It is so ASMR. I wish I had a better computer system so the sound quality would be better for you guys. Okay. Then I gotta put the pistons on up top there. It's actually I just got my call for dinner, so chow is about to be set up for me here. Ooh, that's not good. So what I'm gonna do is find you guys a raid, so you guys can keep on doing your Minecraft, and we'll come back here for this world next Monday, and this Wednesday will be my original world, 2019 world, and we'll be building the same type of machine in the Nether. And Friday's my hardcore world, so come back Wednesday around 1 o'clock. Let me see if I can find you guys a stream. Sorry, Evie, but I gotta go get my dinner. I am starving. All right, let's see here. Find a good raid for you guys. We are going to go check out. Let's see. We have Shadow, Topa, Lady Out of Time, Silas Purpler. Hey there. It's only Merit Merida? I don't see anybody I know. All right, let's go see. Let's go with Shadow. See if we can go with Shadow is doing Monday Madness, Mog Maxing on every game today. I have no clue what that is, but it looks like he's having fun. All right, we'll be in Shadow's room in a few seconds. You guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much, Evie, for stopping by today. That was really nice. And come back here Wednesday. See you guys then. Have a great day today.